wonderful to see all of you and join this conversation. Simple answer, as of now, from seeing all the PEFA reports and all the deep dive tool reports that come in, a good PFM system is a PFM system which works, which delivers, which enables the policy intent of the government to happen, to be translated into action. Now, what's the news going around from what I see as the trend? The good news is PFM systems work. If we take 2001 as a watershed movement where development partners came together, dropped several of the existing tools at that point of time and converged behind PEFA, and since then track the progress of PEFA, the trajectory has been continuously improving. So PFM reforms are working. Even during COVID-19 time, when many of us were initially, when COVID started, we thought, will PFM systems fail? Because of PFM systems, will governments fail in delivering? Eventually, it didn't happen in a big way. It was, which means again, PFM systems did deliver during COVID-19 with a mixed kind of a result as such in some cases. Then is PFM system really translating into improved development outcome? There is enormous amount of evidence today already in place. For example, how much a percentage points improvement in PFM systems leads to improvement in, say, health sector outcome or health service delivery. There is evidence on that, which actually says essentially that something which all of us as PFM players, as PFM custodians, tool users, that whatever has been happening is working. Then to what extent it works, if we take that question, so the global report on public financial management issues by the PEFA Secretariat, if we add up all the PEFA scores, the aggregate global score would be something like a C. Many think C is not good, because why C, why not A or B? But C, according to PEFA lingo, is basic level of performance, for which we need to be very happy about that. There are basics in place in many countries and on an aggregate level. At the same time, obviously, we know that there are many areas for improvement. So from my standpoint, where is it that's missing? What is probably not working? Actually, when tools are working, PMF systems are working, what's it that's not working? Probably if we unpack, if we take a PEFA perspective, we need to unpack from an indicator level to a dimension level and even into a detailed level. Then the questions would come up like, why so many countries still do not know how much arrears they have? Why commitment controls are not still in place in a country? Why Accountant General Office is not in a position to produce a financial statement 3 months after 3/4 of the countries in the world who do PFAS, 3 months after the end of financial year, still you don't have accounts submitted to audit. So these are the kind of issues. There are several very basic issues which we probably would need to and should have addressed, probably are not still addressed, and they are lying there in place despite so many PFM reforms being successful. Why is it the case? My own personal experience and take is that probably there is this pull a little bit between what is more a kind of a large big bang reform, which a lot of countries, there is a lot of energy behind it, when compared to many aspects which are very basic, which can be resolved at a kind of at a very lower level by attending them directly. For example, if you need a treasury single account, do you need a new IFMS system in place? If you need performance audits to come in place, do you need essentially an audit management software to enable that? This kind of a disconnect is one thing probably which would enable us to get the basics faster, better, but at the same time, what I see globally is there is convergence happening. So, this question about multiple tools, are they working well? Yes, actually, most of the time what I see is a new assessment is building on the existing literature and the narrative is feeding in. Now, the only problem of occasionally one sees is probably it is not going into the micro level of the issue that need to be dealt. The broader aspects are all being very well dealt, which is translating into reforms which are working, but the micro level still probably remains in many countries, and conferences like this and develop collaboration between all of us would probably take us forward towards that.